Hello, and welcome to Get In, We're Going Healing, a place where we talk about mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being to help you learn to let go of the things that are holding you back from being your best, your greatest, your most authentic you. My name is Tova, and I will be your guide. So today, it's been a while since I've done readings. Things have been a little wild in my life. It's been a while. I haven't been able to get into the groove, get into my recording space, but things are changing. So I wanted to come and see what messages there are for the collective. So we're just going to do a channeled message today. I think I'm going to be recording a pick a card relatively soon. But right now we're just going to do a channeled message. So where I've got it set up, I've got all of my decks set out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 decks out. And I'm just going to allow whatever messages that need to come through for whoever needs to hear it. My throat is a little bit sore. I have been going through allergies, possibly a cold, I'm not sure. But I also feel like there's a lot of energetic upgrades happening, and I have been focusing on it, energetically upgrading my throat. So who knows? All right, so we're just going to call in all of our guides. So we're calling in the angels, guides, ancestors of all those who are tuning in to this recording to find out what they need to hear and what messages need to come out for them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ashe te kyusho no toko shoye te shiamata kasha anatashi iyataka. Ashe. I do channel light language. Sometimes it just randomly comes through. It felt like a blessing. I'm not sure exactly what the translation of that is, but that felt like a blessing. So if you want to receive it, allow yourself to receive it. And if you don't, that's okay. You can just let that go. All right. What is it that we need to hear today for our collective, please? Okay. They sent me here a couple times before we began reading. So we're going to start here. This is the African Tarot Arcana. Arcana Tarot. I'm not sure which order it is. It's a beautiful set of cards that my sister bought for me as a gift. And I think the artistry is beautiful on this. I see the King of Wands. Intense energy. What does our collective need to hear right now? Thank you. We have the Five of Pentacles. And we have the Eight of Wands in the, I'd say, getting into the midway position. Okay. So what we see here with the Five of Pentacles is the card of lack, of not having enough, that you could have all that you want. You could have all the abundance, but you feel like you're locked out of that abundance. And instead you're being only offered the nothing, the bareness, the winter, where there is no abundance to be found. And unless you're talking abundance of cold and snow. And then we've got the Eight of Wands in the reverse position, but looks like trying to come out of it. So the Eight of Wands talks about having energy coming forward, having energy to help you do something, to motivate you, to push you forward, to help you get where you need to go. And with this in the reverse position, but looks like it's starting to move to the midway, there didn't seem to be energy to help you get where you needed to get. Okay, so you felt alone in this. There wasn't a lot of help being offered to help get you out of this winter, this lack. What's on the bottom? The Six of Swords, but you are leaving behind old ways of thinking and moving on to greener pastures, moving on to better possibilities, greener, lusher options from where you were before. That's lovely. What else do we need to hear? Thank you. The Emperor. Okay, so this could be a masculine energy that embodies the emperor. This could be a masculine energy who's moving into his emperor status. When I say masculine or feminine, what I'm referring to is energies. This could be referring, we each have both an internal masculine and an internal feminine energy. Just one energy is more dominant for each of us than the other is. So when I'm talking about masculine or feminine, I'm referring to energies. This might be referring to someone outside of you. This could also refer to your internal. Okay. So that being said, now that we're talking about the emperor, this could be an emperor in your life, a masculine energy who is embodying the emperor. This could be for you, the viewer who is viewing this, that you are an emperor, or this could be for a feminine viewer who is learning to embody that make it happen energy that is the emperor. Masculine energy is doer energy. It's action-oriented energy. Feminine energy is more energy, spiritual connections. The receiver energy, the crafting energy, the creation energy is more of the feminine energy. Masculine energy is creative, but masculine energy is more of like a make it happen, push forward, persevere sort of thing. So for feminine energies, sometimes we need to embody our emperor. We need to embody our make it happen. I'm going to make my empire grow. I'm going to make this happen, rather than our empress, where our empress delegates. She has the creativity. She has that like more feminine touch. The emperor is like, let's get this done. So for somebody, there was a time period of lack where you felt like you had no help to move you forward, but it's pushed you to grow into wanting to make things happen, to get stuff done, to embody that emperor, like make my empire, build that empire energy. 3 of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. This is a celebration. So this is a beautiful thing. You've gone from seeing that there was like looking at the life that you wanting to saying, you know what? I want this. I want to have this. I'm going to do this. Okay. What else do we need to hear? Okay. You sent me to the energy, or sorry, not the energy oracle, the angel oracle cards. Okay, what else do we need to hear? Thank you. Unconditional love. Okay, with Divine Mother. Thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me to give and receive the love that I deserve. Okay, with healthy choices on the bottom. So this ability to move into this, I'm going to make my empire the way that I want. This is because you've been able to love yourself the way a mother loves you. Okay. And I say that because it's the Divine Mother, but the Divine Mother, it's thinking about like a mother loves their child no matter what, right? A mother who is healthy. Let's go with that. Okay. Because there are a lot of unhealthy mothers out there. I'm sure many of my listeners, you have encountered them. I have had one of those as well. So I know there are a lot of unhealthy mothers out there. But generally speaking, myself as a mother, I can tell you, I love my child unconditionally. Like there's nothing he could do that would make me stop loving him. But many of us didn't have a mother who gave that unconditional love, that their love was only given in certain situations when certain behavior was shown, exhibited. And other times that love was taken away. So many of us don't know what it feels like to be loved unconditionally. That's where the journey is, in learning to love yourself unconditionally, learning to give yourself that degree of love that you would give to someone else. What does that mean? Well, when you love someone unconditionally, what does it mean? When they do something that they should know better, how does that feel for you? Yes, you might be disappointed in them, but you still love them. So when we make a mistake, are we extending that same love to ourselves? When we mess up, when we make a decision that's not the right decision, are we giving ourselves unconditional love, or are we hard on ourselves? Are we harsh? Are we saying harsh things to ourselves as a way to motivate ourselves to be better, to grow better, to do better? we have to give ourselves that unconditional love as well, that ability to love ourselves even when we are messing up, even when we've caused pain, even when we've caused suffering, even when we've hurt other people. We can own that. Say, you know what, I messed that up. I'm going to have to fix that. And still love ourselves, even through the mistakes. So with that, we've got healthy choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy decisions. So you're also being asked, as you're embodying this, make my life happen, make my empire the way that I want it to, and it's going to create celebration. You're being asked, as part of learning to love yourself unconditionally, to make choices for yourself that are healthy. Because, of course, when we love people in our lives, we want them to make healthy choices. As a mother, if you're a mom, you know this. You want your children to be healthy. So you push them to eat their vegetables and to get off the screens and to exercise and to read a book and to enrich their mind and all these things that you want to help them grow, to help them be well-rounded and healthy. Are you doing that for yourself? Are you pushing those things on yourself? Are you getting yourself exercise? Are you eating your vegetables? Are you eating healthy food? Are you limiting your sugar? Are you drinking water? Are you all the things that you would ask of your child to make them healthy? Are you doing those things for you? And are you pushing yourself to do those things because you love yourself and you want yourself to be healthy? Healthy choices. Okay? We're going to put those away. I feel like they're telling me we're done with this. They want a different deck. Keep this. Why are you? Okay. They dropped that. I heard keep this. Keep this here. Okay. So there's definitely, I think the focus on this reading is going to be about lack, about the mindset of lack, because that Five of Pentacles, to keep it out, and for them wanting me to put it here, it has something to do with the focus being on lack. Okay. What else do we need to hear? Okay. Tarot of the Divine. That's interesting. Page of Cups with Death in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Wanting you to believe in love after this rebirth. Death in reverse, the rebirth. Four of Cups. Page of Cups still. Not excited about life. Not excited about stuff. Let me find out some more. What's going on here? Tell me. Thank you. Okay, there's a Six of Swords again, but it's in reverse this time. So we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Ace of Swords upright. We have the Star in reverse, and we have the Six of Swords in reverse. So this message talks about being impatient. Okay, Seven of Pentacles is about planting your seeds and having to be patient, having to wait. Because, of course, once you've planted seeds, you have to wait for them to grow, right? With it in the reverse position, getting impatient because the things that you've put into motion haven't shown up yet. But there is mental clarity that's meant to come for you to help you get unstuck, to help you cut away all of the strings that have created this big giant knot. See the big giant knot in the center where it's hard to untangle stuff? To detangle things. It's hard to detangle it. So you've got this nice shiny sword here to cut away all of this stuff so you can untangle the ropes. So this is clarity. This is understanding. Okay. Understanding that the Star in reverse, it's not hopeless. You've got this mindset with the Star in reverse that the thing that you want can't happen for you. The thing that you're dreaming of can't happen for you. And you're stuck there because the Six of Swords in reverse, you're still stuck in an old mindset, an old way of thinking. As we said before with the Six of Swords, moving towards greener pastures, right? We see this again in the boat, leaving everything behind, moving towards prosperity, moving away from lack, moving away from not having enough. Not feeling like enough, feeling left out in the cold, I just heard. Five of Pentacles can be about that, being left out in the cold. Where you were feeling like that, you're holding on to those feelings where you were left out in the cold, those feelings where you were not considered, those feelings where you were not understood. I just heard times where you were not appreciated, I just heard. All of these times that happened in the past that you should be walking away from it, that have created this hopeless feeling, you're still holding on to those, which will keep you in lack when you are focused on the bareness, right? You can't see that abundance is coming in the next season. You can't see that it's only a season. It's not a lifetime, right? What's on the bottom? 6 of Cups. Yes, this is the 6 of Cups in reverse. 6 of Cups is talking about the emotions of the past, reminiscing on the past. With this in the reverse position, you're being asked to let go of the emotions of the past, because we saw here that you're holding on to the storylines of the past. You're holding on to the ideas, the baggage of the past that created this sense of hopelessness, right? The sense of not having the thing that you want, and helps keep you focused in this lack mentality. You need to let go of whatever happened for you in the past. I don't know if this is a romantic relationship. I don't know if this is friendships. I don't know if this is family. However it resonates, take it however it's going to resonate for you. But whatever it is, the emotions of the past, the thought patterns that were part of the past, let them go. They're only keeping you stuck in this hopeless mindset. Allow your clarity of thought to cut away all of the bindings, all of the tension, all of the ties that are keeping you stuck in this lack space, where you aren't allowing yourself the time to let these things go, the patience, okay? You're getting impatient because you want something to change about this, but it will not change, I just heard, until you change your mindset, until you change the way you look at things. That gives me Hangman energy. They're sending me to the Osho Zen Tarot now. I see King of Cups with healing. I see 5 of Swords in reverse with comparison. I see 7 of Cups, or 7 of Wands with stress. Stress and fighting. Tell me more about this message, please. Thank you. Empress in reverse. Now we saw the King or the Emperor. Now we're seeing the Empress in reverse, the feminine energy, lack of creativity. Tell me more. Okay, Queen of Wands in reverse, 4 of Wands in reverse, okay, with silence in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So now we're seeing, in regards to this message, because I asked for more about this message, tell me more about this message of feeling hopeless, holding on to thoughts of the past. And now we see lack of creativity, being very serious, participation in reverse, feeling alone in doing it, and sharing, keeping to yourself. With silence, I'm hearing the silence is so loud. The silence is so loud is what I just heard. I think this has to do with standing in your power, because we've got these 2 cards with the Empress. The Empress is about being the creative, the leader, right? The leader, the counterpart to the Emperor. And we've got the Queen of Wands here, where the Queen of Wands is usually about being in more control of your energy, knowing how to move in and out of your energy, knowing how to control it, knowing how to use it, knowing how to share it with other people. But both of those are in reverse with the participation in reverse, okay? So this is telling me that this is a feminine energy who is not standing in her power, who is not confident in what she's capable of doing, and it's making her feel like she has to keep to herself. But this is hard. Okay, we're going to go with the, there's the 6 of Cups again. Focused on the past emotions. There's the World. This is a cycle. This is a cycle of some kind. Tell me more about this message, please. Thank you. Knight of Cups now, with somebody wanting to come and offer love. Page of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom. This person has been applying to the real world, applying things that they have learning to apply it to their physical world. What else? Now we have the Empress upright, okay? Because he sees this feminine energy as the Empress. He sees her as his ultimate counterpart. He sees her as the balance, the creation, the everything. Mother Gaia, I heard. That's interesting. He sees her as all these things, but she's not seeing herself as these things. With all of these cards here, she's not seeing herself in this way. He's seeing her. Knight of Wands in reverse on the bottom of the deck, taking things very seriously. Who's taking things seriously? Temperance. Things are coming into balance. Balance between the dark and the light. Say, Six of Cups is now in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Letting go of the past. Releasing the past. Releasing what happened. The emotions of the past. This is the balance that's coming in. Who is this balance coming for? Is this... that's interesting. First chakra on the bottom of the deck. Upright. Stability. Hostilities. So, there's been hostilities. Tell me more. Door to Spirit is in the reverse position. Door to Romance is in the upright. Financial Constraints is in the midway. There's the Empress card. Okay. Okay. Okay, there's the World. Okay, we've seen that card twice. Interesting. Under Silence is mental control and a new start waiting. Okay, let's dissect these messages. So now we've got the Door to Spirit is in reverse. Somebody is not allowing themselves to connect with Spirit, to connect with Source. They're more focused on the romance and how to get out of a financial constraint situation. We have the Goddess of the Moon, which is the Divine Feminine card, seeing the truth with deceit in reverse about the defeats, about the losses, seeing the truth about the losses. With the World in reverse on the bottom, this is giving the vibe of she's beginning to recognize the times that she thought that it was a loss. It wasn't. It was a lesson, I heard. Not a loss, but a lesson. And a lesson about where she was keeping herself limited, about where she was keeping herself small, where she was keeping herself the victim, I just heard. Keeping herself the victim rather than making herself the Empress, rather than, oh, that's why the Empress was in reverse. Instead of making herself the Empress and knowing what she has, right? Knowing what energy she has, what effect she has, she's keeping herself small and seeing where she played the victim, where she played, giving other people her power instead of stepping into her own power. All right, that's starting to make sense. Tell me more. Okay, what do we have? Seven of Cups with projection. This was all imagination. Eight of Wands now upright. This energy is coming. There's energy coming to show you that this was all in your own head. This was not actually real. You were not limited. It was just your processes inside your head. Okay. This deck? Yes. What else? Okay, you didn't fall out, so I'm not going to take you. Yeah, there's the losses again. Focus on the losses. Six of Swords or Six of Wands in reverse. The losses, misunderstandings. Okay, so there is a rebirth coming, but it's not time yet. With ripeness in reverse on the bottom. There's a rebirth coming. I think this is for the Emperor and Empress. There's a rebirth coming where the losses and the misunderstandings are going to be removed. They're going to be understood. They're going to be released. Ten of Swords, that's going to come to a head and then it's going to be released. But it's not time yet. It's not, that will happen, but the timing isn't right yet with ripeness in reverse. Nine of Pentacles. With it in reverse is talking about this is divine timing. It will happen. This is my divine timing card. It will happen when it's right, when the timing is right, but the timing is not currently right. Not yet. Not yet. Anything else to add? Okay, they've sent me to the African Goddess Rising Oracle. Okay. Leave them up, reverse or upright? Upright? Okay. Okay. Interesting. Celestial alignments on the bottom of the deck in the reverse position, and they did say read it that way, that you're out of celestial alignment. Okay, so you have card 11 with Tenit with pleasure. Okay. And you have Mama Jumbo with shine, card 32. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, what I'm seeing here is they are asking you to allow yourself to enjoy life with pleasure. With Tanit with pleasure, it's about enjoying life, enjoying the pleasures of life, allowing yourself to enjoy the pleasures of life without putting limitations. Oh, listen, I don't know if someone here comes from a religious background. I just kind of heard, like in the back of my head, I kind of heard almost like tisking, and like finger wagging and shame around enjoying pleasure of the physical flesh. So if you're someone who is carrying a lot of shame, carrying a lot of guilt, carrying a lot of limitation on your energy based on your fears and worries about judgment in the desire to enjoy physical pleasure, it's a limitation that someone else has put on you that's preventing you from stepping into your power. Allow yourself to not be seen as a commodity or as having your body something that you can use to bargain with in some way, but allowing yourself to enjoy the pleasure. This will help you to shine. Okay, Mama Jumbo's message is shine, to shine your light, to be bright, to be a beacon, to just be, excuse me, to be so encompassed with your own light, to glow so brightly that nothing around you can dim your light. It would be like trying to dim the sun. It's so bright. So you are being asked to shine your light and allow yourself to enjoy joy, enjoy pleasures, okay? It is, you're out of celestial alignment when you are not allowing yourself to enjoy life, to enjoy the pleasures of life, enjoy good food, okay? I want to make note here. She's not some skinny waif, some thick thighs, bit of a belly. Okay, pleasure is not just the physical pleasures. Enjoy good food, enjoy good company, enjoy good music, the pleasures of life. Life is short, people. Life is so incredibly short. Human life is so incredibly short. Allow yourself to enjoy the pleasures of life, and that includes the physical pleasures. Take with that how you will. Be safe, people. Okay, don't needlessly end your life over something that could have been prevented. Be safe, but allow yourself to enjoy life, enjoy pleasure. This is what helps you to let go of this lack, okay? You can feel good wherever you are. Consciously Aaron, one of my favorite content creators, always talks about the law of attraction works from what you feel, not what you say. So if you are focused on this lack, you are going to draw yourself more lack. You are going to bring, even though while you're saying, I don't want to be in lack, I don't want to not have this, I don't want this, I don't want that. You think you're telling the universe what you don't want, but law of attraction doesn't understand I don't want. It just says, oh, that's the vibe? Okay, I'll give you more of that vibe. If you embody what feels good, okay, feel good, find a way to feel good where you are is what Consciously Aaron likes to say. Find a way to feel good where you are. If you can find a way to enjoy the pleasures of life, this will help you shine your light, and this will help you feel good where you are instead of when you get X, Y, or Z. Because again, the timing is not right, and there's healing underneath that and awareness, okay? And seeing things from a new perspective. There's a need for you to change the way that you are doing things and allow yourself to change your vibration, to change your emotion, to change how you are feeling in the world. And when you can do that and let go of these defeats, let go of the misunderstandings, let go of the losses, let go of the deceits, let go of, the lack of confidence in self, okay? Let go of the projections. When you can do that, okay, when you can understand how to be where you are. This is that mental clarity, okay? That's that Ace of Swords, that mental clarity. When you learn to do that, when you understand that, and you can enjoy where you are, this is what helps you let go and move on to greener pastures. This is what helps you mentally let go of all that baggage that you don't need. This is what helps you move on and have that rebirth, have that start, that restart, have that the Fool energy, the new start waiting for you. Okay? And it has to do with your mindset. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. Okay? I hope this message found whoever it was meant to find. I hope that you have gotten some help with this. If you enjoyed this and it resonated for you, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe to the channel if you're liking what you see. Maybe recommend it to somebody if you think that it could help them. And yeah, if you are looking for a personal reading, hit me up, send me a message. You can email me at getinweregoinghealing@gmail.com and set up a reading that way. You can also find me on my Linktree. That is in the description box. And if you're interested in a meditation class, I do that. Once a month, I offer a in-person meditation class in my local area. I also record those meditation classes and put them up on my Patreon for those who are not in my local area but would still like to get the benefits of the class. You can find that in my Linktree as well. So I hope that you got some help from this. And as always, until next time, keep letting go of those things that are holding you back from being your best, your greatest, your most authentic you. Love and light.